Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, Star Wars Episode 8 is just around the corner. It seems only yesterday that Force Awakens was out, but now we got Episode 8. Over the last 2 years, there has been no shortage of fan theories about every tiny little aspect of Star Wars. We all know that. But there's one particular fan theory that gets a lot of pushback from the fans. And that is the idea of Luke turning evil in this new trilogy. And I am here to defend the indefensible. I'm here to tell you not only why I think that's a good idea, but also why it has to happen. And the main reason I think you have to do it is, what's the alternative? Really think about it. If you were a writer, what would you do with Luke in this new trilogy? If you want to have him become the new Obi-Wan Kenobi and then sacrifice himself for the greater good, well, we kind of already played that card with Han Solo, and now that Carrie Fisher has passed away in real life, they're probably going to kill off Princess Leia in the next episode anyway, and you can't have all three of the original cast dying in the trilogy. That'd just really be overdoing it. So okay, what's another alternative? Well, maybe he doesn't have to die at all. Maybe he can survive the entire trilogy. That way you can leave it open for years down the track when like Mark Hamill's like an old man. You could do like one last movie, one last Luke Skywalker adventure. The last thing he does before he dies as an old man. And as much as that sounds interesting, that I'd like that creates a serious problem for this new trilogy. Because the whole point of this new trilogy is we're passing the mantle on to a new set of characters. If Luke is there, he casts a real shadow over everyone else. It's really hard for Rey to sort of shine, or for us to accept her as the greatest Jedi now, if Luke is still around, because we all think Luke's the greatest Jedi because he's Luke.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
So one way or another, if you want this trilogy to be about the new characters, which I kind of thought the whole point of this was, Luke needs to be out of the picture in one way or another. So if you can't kill him without it becoming repetitive, and you can't keep him around without it stifling the new characters, what other options do you have? He has to turn evil. That's kind of the only thing you can do with him, really. But I get why so many people are against that idea, because they think that if Luke suddenly turns evil, that will make all of the original trilogy just a massive waste of time. And I get it. I mean, that was all about the hero's journey. Why did we go through watching the whole hero's journey if he's just going to turn into a villain at the end? But there is a way we could perhaps have our cake and eat it too. Maybe if they followed a similar pathway to the Dark Empire comic story, in that Luke does become the apprentice of a resurrected Emperor Palpatine, and he does join the dark side, but he does it so that he can bring the dark side down from within, ending the Sith once and for all. That way we can still have a dark Luke, so it's something new and interesting, but his status as a hero is still kind of preserved. He's a bit like a Severus Snape kind of thing. I mean, the legacy of the Skywalkers is to destroy the Sith, right? That's kind of the whole point of them. And they've always had a history of being both light and dark sensitive. So to me, I think that would just be the best way to use him in this trilogy, and the best thing that you could do to sort of conclude this father-son tale of Vader and Luke. But as I've said, it's very controversial. A lot of people disagree. Let me know what you think. And if you want to check out my video where I talk in more detail about a scenario of how this could happen, you can click on it right here. I am Bandit. This is Bandit Incorporated. Until next time, I will see you guys in the comments.